We absolutely need to talk about our Hedera Hashgraph HBAR price prediction in this video. That's exactly what we are going to be doing. We're going to be updating you guys with where we are currently at with it, given a very frightful Friday for the cryptocurrency markets. Now, if you are new to my channel and don't watch my regular daily market updates, do go and watch the one that we dropped today where we talk about the broader reasons that are related to other markets and the kind of inner workings of them in regards to why we think the cryptocurrency market had such a frightful Friday yesterday. But where does this leave us in regards to the cryptocurrency market? And for the purpose of this video, where does this leave us in regards to our Hedera Hashgraph price prediction? We have given a number of price predictions for a number of different cryptocurrencies that we can see technical merit in, and we have said we are going to see them through. That means we are even going to see them through to the point where we get invalidated on them, i.e. the technical roadmap that we set out for them is not likely going to be followed, and we'll come out and say, we were wrong on that. Technically, it's just not looking great. Or we're going to see them to the targets, just like we have done with hundreds of charts at this point. Now, Hedera got particularly hit hard yesterday, and I largely think this is due to no bid in the kind of market. I think what happens is with crypto, you get a kind of deleveraging, you get an initial kind of sell, and then it kind of domino effects the order books, and if you don't have that bid there, you get a real sharp downside. And actually, if we go to KuCoin, we can see that Hedera sold off nearly 30% within 1 hour. That is not even for crypto that regular. So we are going to be looking at it all. It's why we're doing this update, to maybe quieten down some of the noise and take a technical approach in regards to looking at Hedera, where it's at and where it is likely to go next. So yesterday, we did see a lot of liquidations, nearly $1 billion in liquidations. I was laughing this morning at the fact that you had 118 million shorts get liquidated. I mean, what is going on? Who was short yesterday and got liquidated? That's madness. Anyway, enough of the trolling. Lots of longs liquidated, nearly $1 billion. And of course, this has a real spillover and more of an effect on the altcoin market. You need a lot less money to move it. When you look at these coins and you look at the market caps that they have, it's really very fake. The market caps are a derivative of the token price, and the token price is determined literally by what is being bought and sold on that day. More buyers than sellers, it goes up. More sellers than buyers, it goes down, and vice versa. So regardless of this pullback, I still think the cryptocurrency market is still in a very good standing, and we are still absolutely expecting a pretty epic bull market that I think Hedera is going to do very well in. And our price prediction, I'll just not keep people in suspense for too much longer, is, in my opinion, still intact. There was a low that did get run with a wick. There was no close below it for Hedera, but only on KuCoin, which literally had no volume on their order books whatsoever, which is why you got that kind of really sharp 30% dip. And this is why we do not advocate. We are not in the you should be trading crypto with leverage camp. We are in the opposite camp. As retail, you should be sat spot in valuable projects that have technical merit. That's it. That's all you've got to do. You trade leverage, you'll lose your money. Plain and simple. I have spent years learning to become a profitable leveraged crypto trader. And let me tell you, traditional markets are way easier to trade. And actually, you know, luckily for us, we weren't involved or leveraged going into obviously what took place yesterday, but I know lots of people that were. So we still think crypto is in generally a good standing. If we look at the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, total to really the altcoin market, we believe that there is a lot of merit for this to form an inverse head and shoulders and see it go to $3.7 trillion. Today, that would be nearly a 4x from where it currently is. And Hedera, like I say, is going to benefit as a result of that. Nothing's invalidated. This is still very much the plan that we have in play. If we dive over to Hedera and we recap on the price prediction we gave, it's very much followed it and is still following it. But if we look at KuCoin's chart, the scary thing is you ran this low down here. Now, that is not something that we wanted to see because it kind of invalidates the pattern, and that's traditionally where you would put your stop as an investor. So we identified a double bottom. We still believe that this is what we would identify as a stage 1 base, and we are now in stage 2, and that stage 2 break was confirmed on this volume. But if we were to take the KuCoin chart, you essentially, I mean, if we look at this daily candle, it's just insanity. And I think that this actually isn't representative. 38% in a day. Welcome to the cryptocurrency space, ladies and gentlemen. You need to, and this we always impress this, you need to understand the nature of the beast that you're dealing with when it comes to crypto. You're dealing with a very volatile asset class. This is not a fair representation of what actually took place yesterday. This is due to KuCoin's lackluster exchange as it relates to volume. And we've been using the KuCoin chart, which is good, but we are now going to pivot away from it because this is the anomaly in regards to Hedera versus the US dollar, basically, or Tether in this case. If we look at all the other charts that are out there, so Hedera versus Binance, this low remains intact, which means that the broader trend and the broader plan that we have for Hedera is still intact. There hasn't been an invalidation of this uptrend yet, and the low is still being respected. And actually, if you look at where you're bouncing, it's right around your 30 weekly moving average. If we look at Bybit, this low remained intact. If we look at Coinbase, now it's a very recent chart, so it didn't get listed that long ago, so sort of going into 2023. This low remained intact. If we look at OKX, the low very much remained intact. And you're bouncing off that 30 weekly moving average, which you want to stay above in an uptrend and below in a downtrend. And this is still, in our assessment, very much just your stage one base, double bottom, and we are now moving into stage two. And you can see the volume is present on all of these charts in regards to the actual breaking of this level. Because it's crypto, you've got to allow a little bit of nuance, and that kind of pulling back into it. Volume is very important. And you can see actually on this sell-off, talking about volume across all the board, there's exceptionally low volume that accompanied this sell-off. So it's not like it's a big volume sell-off. Volume doesn't need to occur on a breakdown. It needs to occur on the breakup because you need that volume to sustain you on a breakdown. Often the reason something can be breaking down is because of a lack of volume. If you look down here, it wasn't spectacular volume at all on the downtrend. So our price prediction that we gave is still very much intact. You're just going to have to somewhat ignore the KuCoin wick. And we are going to likely, I would say, use the Binance chart to kind of move forwards because you can't, it's not really that reliable if it's just one exchange out of all of them where you've actually seen that slippage occur. And again, going back to the point I made at the start of the video, the broader cryptocurrency market in our assessment is still very much intact. And we do still, up until you start to close below this low and entirely invalidate this double bottom, and then you start to look for maybe a continuation of a stage 4, and this just being a kind of stage 3-esque, not top, but a failure of a stage 1, a base, a failure to base out. We still believe that you are heading to the upside in line with the rest of the cryptocurrency market and the broader markets. We did do a great update actually earlier where we looked at what was kind of going on with the fiat system, i.e. a debt system, and things like anti-fiats like gold, and the fact that there's a kind of fight going on there, and that's had broader spillover for the cryptocurrency space. So in regards to our Hedera Hashgraph price prediction of 27 cents, the reason that we got a lot of kind of disappointment when we gave this year for that to play out is because we knew that it wasn't just going to be straightforward and go up in a straight line. I do think it's quite likely you're going to get to that 27 cents on the right side of this year, well within time. But at the same time, we wanted to give ourselves that leeway. And if you kind of excuse the KuCoin chart in regards to actually running this low, which we said was important for it not to run with, which all the other exchanges have, we still do believe that this is intact. And we could potentially, depending on what we do when we get to 27 cents, still be looking at that $2.05 Hedera price prediction, which seems entirely insane, certainly with the sentiment right now. But I am living proof. I did very well off the prior bull market. We did very well in the stock market, obviously in 2023 in regards to predicting things. And we do think that, we will get this right. And given enough time, it's just going to, it's both a curse and a blessing as an investor. You've got a lot of time in your hands. We do think that ultimately, and remember, none of this is financial advice, just all my own opinion, Hedera is going to progress towards this. It's just getting hit particularly hard due to really its lack of a bid, very thin order books, which is having a cascading effect. But what I want people to remember is that works to both the down and the upside. And we still very much think that Hedera, given where the cryptocurrency market is at, is going to be one of the biggest beneficiaries of the moves that we're going to be seeing. It's just getting hit a little bit more brutally than perhaps some of the others out there. So that's really all I've got for you in this video, guys. We just wanted to update people, let you know where we're at in regards to our price prediction. It's brutal, it's painful, but have that broader trend, understand where you're at in relation to it, and I think you'll be just fine. That's all from me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. See you all in the next one.